Alright, so I've decided on dinner tonight we are going to have hamburger and spaghetti. So, let's get to going on that. Get a little bit of this frozen butter here, because again, Montana in the winter. These things super handy. Now I've been practicing with cast iron at home, and I've been getting fairly decent with it. So let's see how this turns out. This will be my first time cooking on a camp stove. So this is my first time actually winter camping. Um, like I said, I spent 6 years in the military, and I did a lot of camping there. I was in the Army, so I did a lot of camping, and I got to be honest with you, I didn't really enjoy it. All the stuff was super heavy and blah 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 blah, and came back to the real world, and it's like, camping kind of sucks. It's all super heavy. I don't want to lug all that, but as time went on, I got rid of some of my old military gear for some of this new stuff that I have, and I got to admit, this is way nicer than packing around a 90-pound pack. Although still, the day is long enough, it feels like it's 90 pounds. Get a little bit more light here. There we go. Oops. One of the main reasons I decided I wanted to take up winter camping was because I can carry any food that I want, which is awesome because, food is a big deal for me. Yeah. There we go. Rip roaring again. That's nice. With this wet wood, sometimes it'll get going. Sometimes it'll just sit there and smolder. It's kind of you just don't know what's going to happen next. But I'm thankful that it's starting to dump some heat in, because yeah, it's guess we can get some water going. I'll use the water I brought from home for this. am not making my pasta taste like iodine tabs. Hey now. I did learn that if you want something to boil, you put it closer to the stack because that's where all the heat's concentrated. And if you want something to simmer, you bring it back towards you and towards the fire. So. And as time goes on, I'll get different gear, stuff that I like, stuff that I don't like. I'm not too keen on this setup as far as a mess kit goes. I don't like not having handle, something that I gotta put on there myself. But hey, like I said, we're doing this on a budget, so. The other thing is that I'm going to try and keep this family friendly, but I have a tendency to swear a lot. So I will try to keep that under my hat as best as I can. I'm sorry, it's from being in the military and, being all sorts of stuff. So yeah. I think the next thing on the list is going to be a camping chair because my back is killing me. It's been kind of in this position, for the majority of the day if I wasn't walking and moving with stuff, getting wood already and things like that. we go. A little bit of heat in here. That being said, it just wouldn't be Scotch on the rocks if we didn't have Scotch on the rocks. And I promise you there are rocks underneath this snow. So today, we are having Merica Bourbon. M-E-R-I-C-A, bourbon. Cheers. That's delicious. Ah, that warms you right up. Let's see here, what do we got for spices? Let's put in some pepper, that'll be good. I'm not 100% sure what this is, but yeah, I know. I packed it, but I've had these spices for over a year. Well, tastes good. We'll put it in there. And I'll be completely upfront and honest with everybody. You know, I'm not in this. I'm just in this because I find camping super exciting. I think it's a wonderful thing to do. I think it's a wonderful way to get more in touch with nature and just, you know, especially I'm spending time alone. You know, it's kind of nice to just, you know, escape from all the busy day-to-day stuff like that. But, you know, money's going to be secondary. I just want this channel to, you know, to grow and have a group of like-minded people who also enjoy camping, and I'd like some of your input. You know, I'm a fairly new, or I'm really new at winter camping. I've done a lot of summer camping, but this whole winter camping thing is all new and exciting for me, so I'd like to hear your input. What could I be doing better? What could make my life easier? I'm all about it. What is a glaring safety issue that everybody sees? I do have a carbon monoxide detector just in case. And another thing, I'm going to do my very best to stay out of the political realm. That's not what this channel's about. You have your ideas, I have mine. Let's leave all that out of it if we can. That's not what's important here. What's important is the love of nature and the love of camping and, being self-reliant and, independent and thinking for yourself. Ooh, the burger's almost done. I was actually born and raised in New Jersey. And, I camped a little bit of for what camping you can do in New Jersey. And, and then like I said, I was in the Army and did a lot of camping there. But this is all new to me, but I feel like I'm a competent enough individual to be able to figure this stuff out for myself, That's what I do at work all day is workarounds. What works best? How can we figure out a solution to this problem? Boy, that burger cooked up way quicker than I thought it was going to. So I did cheat, and instead of making pasta sauce on the trail, I'm going to be using spaghetti sauce mix from Sauce Supreme and a can of tomato paste because that's what it calls for. So, I'm being lazy, and I didn't even want to pack a can, but, oh, that's so nice. One of the main comments that I read on, some other YouTubers' channels that do this sort of thing is it's a really good release for the infirm. People who can't get out and enjoy the outdoors. So tomorrow I'm going to do my best to show you around kind of where we're at and what we're working with. And you can hear there's a river flowing. There's a river flowing over there, about 50 yards away, or probably a little less, but. I picked this spot specifically because I knew there'd be fresh water, and I figured it'd be easier than it was. I was super excited yesterday when I came out to check out the spot and saw there were no foot tracks, and I will tell you why there are no foot tracks, because nobody's been on this trail, which made it super difficult for me to find. But I've been here once or twice before, and I was able to kind of muddle my way through it. So. Really good. And for those of you Bob's Burgers fans out there, I got myself a Nature Master. It should have been all I needed this trip, but it's one of my most favorite Bob's Burgers episodes of all time. Excuse me. Another thing I like to do is I like to shoot, and if there's any interest in seeing those videos, I shoot fairly regularly. I try to shoot at minimum 2 to 3 times a month, and sometimes if I can get to it once a week. But what with the price of ammunition being what it is, because all that weirdness going on in the world, it hasn't I haven't had the money. I've had the time, but not the money to go out and do it. So if that's something you guys are interested in, let me know. I'd like to say I'm competent. Anybody who tells you they're a master or something is full of it. Well, this is interesting. There we go. Uh-oh. Something's starting to burn, it smells like. Yep, there we go. All right. Oh, it's just the grease. Okay. So, the other thing that gets brought up is bears, and we are in Montana, and grizzly bears and black bears are a way of life. However, I feel safe, I feel comfortable in the fact that they should be hibernating for the year, and I always say should be, because you never know. I always carry my bear spray and some form of firearm for taking care of that. However, the actual concern that people don't realize is the moose. Moose are super, once they get angry, it takes 24 hours for them to chill out. So, I don't have 24 hours to spend out up in a tree if I can help it. But, they're not as interested in the smells of food as bear are. So, like in the summer, I wouldn't be cooking like this just because I don't want the hassle of a bear coming into camp. Spent a summer in Alaska in 2014 teaching Boy Scouts how to shoot, and it was one of the things that we encountered fairly regularly were bears, and they would come in and, luckily most of them were black bears, and they were younger, so they were more curious what was going on than anything, which I was thankful for. this. Let's get this off of here. That way we're not burning everything. I have another really bad habit. I put stuff down and I don't remember where I put it. You just don't want to put it. All right. Celebrate the small victories. Cans. No, unfortunately, this is gonna taste like iodine. Well, it shouldn't. I have other other tabs that are supposed to make it not taste like iodine, but we'll see. Let's just see how that goes. Uh-oh. Oh, it smells really good, actually. So, that'll be too much information. Around where I live, there is a place where you can get super discounted food, dented cans and things like that. And God, I love that store so much. That's one of my most favorite stores of all time. Go in there and with $20 and walk out with a week's worth of food. I love it. All right. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that normally I am a very, very, very private person. I don't let people, I'm very selective about who I have over at my house, and I don't broadcast anything and everything to the world. So this is a whole different arena for me, and the only reason I can comfortably do it is because I know there's a distinct separation between camping Ian and home Ian. That's but I would say I'm borderline introvert when I'm not working. I'm just a very quiet, I don't go out, I don't socialize very much. With their water here. Getting there. add some more wood. Need to add some more wood. All right, I'll be back here in a second.